Hey, what's going on, guys? Games here. In this video we're gonna finally run our operating system that we've been running within this 10 tutorials on the real hardware, believe it or not. So here I have a USB flash drive that was supposed to be running the game OS 2, and without further ado, let's actually start. But yeah, one more thing to consider. So I've been demonstrating how to write a bootable game onto the USB flash drive, and now we will walk through the same process to write the entire operating system. But you need to bear in mind that well, first of all, you don't really need to care much about the flash drive. I mean, like, if you break it, you just need to be okay about this, let's say. Well, so I'm using the dd command on Linux, which just writes the bytes straight away on the device, and after I am able to restore my USB flash drive using the gported or unetbooting utilities, so I can make it back like FAT32 or ext4, like for Linux file system, and that's pretty. So if you're not sure how exactly you're going to be restoring your flash after this operation, you need to be aware that you might that it would have this kind of like operating system forever, right? But yeah, so it's not dangerous, but if you're not sure how to restore your USB flash drive back, then you probably shouldn't be doing this, and just get satisfied with what you're gonna watch within this video. But again, like, it's just a matter of writing the bytes to the physical device, and that's pretty it. And the most utilities are actually capable to restore it back, so it's not a big deal. I can only I can even technically I can format the USB flash drive like by hands, basically, like writing some code to map like the to make the to format for the operating system for the file system that we want. I believe that's possible. Okay, so here is the flash drive. I plug it in. Somebody asked what kind of operating system do we need to have initially to make this work. Well, it doesn't matter at all. And as I've been mentioning before, we're using the floppy image, the size of the floppy image, like 1.4 megabytes, and we're writing that onto the USB flash drive. But the code, the assembly code, is tuned so that it is assumed to be boot from the hard drive, and from the BIOS perspective, the USB flash drive is treated to be a hard drive, not a floppy drive. But okay, so I hope it's clear. Now, yeah, let's just open a terminal, the current working directory. Okay, and I just want to say sudo fdisk minus L, and what? Oh, sudo fdisk, sorry. So here is dev SZB. Here is my flash drive, 1.9 gigabytes, so almost 2 gigabytes in size. And doesn't matter what we have there. So so we can write the image using the dd command just straight ahead. So here, if I say ls, I have this game OS image, which is the exact image of the operating system that we're supposed to be running. Yeah, by the way, if you want to have a look how this works in the emulator, I can show you that as well. So we say run.shell. It would be a little bit of a spoiler, but anyway, so here is the operating system. So type list to list the files, and I say list. We have the list of binary executables that we have on a hard drive. Okay, so list is this command that we just typed, and we have 3 games: Snake, Tetris, and Bricks. Tetris stands for Tetris operating system, by the way. It's not my game, all the games are not mine, but I've bundled them all together, so now we can run them. So no more spoilers. I just wanted to give an idea that this a bootable image, right? But we want to write this to the USB flash drive. So I need to say sudo dd, and the input file equals, so I'm using dev 0 to fit the 0 to initialize with the zeros the first 1.4 megabytes on the USB flash drive, and then the output file is going to be equal to dev SDB count to 8880, and that's exactly the count of how many probably sectors that we need to have with the size of 512 bytes to get the first 1.4 megabytes on the. I don't need to format all the 2 gigabytes. I don't need that. So I just take the first 1.4 gigabytes and initialize them to 0 on the physical device. And I hit enter. Okay, now I need to say sudo xxd and dev sdb, and I don't need to wait until it loads the entire stuff. I just want to make sure that the first sector is all zeroed, okay, and nothing else there. And now here the first 512 bytes would be like the boot sector, then according to the memory map that we have here. So let me show you the memory map quickly. So first sector would be the bootloader, then the files. The files are available. The files are available. Just let me demonstrate all this stuff. So here are the files that are available to run. So this kind of like the names for the binary executables. They are hard coded, like the mapping of these files to the certain sectors on a USB flash drive are hard coded. Okay, so that's clear. And now, yeah, so we want eventually, after writing to USB flash drive, I'm going to see, I'm expecting to see 1, 2, 3, like up to 7 sectors being written. So we'll now see how that works. Okay, so now the same stuff, but now the input file would be our game OS. Yeah, I was doing this instantly without waiting for, like, without resetting first, but this is just a bit more, just a bit better way, I believe. And sudo dev sdb is the output file, so we write, excuse me, game OS image, I'm sorry, game OS dot image. Here we go, got it. And now, yeah, now let's clear the output and now say sudo xxd and dev sdb. And now already what we have here is, here we go, guys. So we have the boot sector and a bootloader. Yeah, so this is the boot signature. Okay, great. So now here the next sector, we have the file names. So this dots stands for zeros. So we have 8. The offset for every next name is exactly 8 elements. So 8 bytes for a file name, just like in DOS, if I'm not mistaken. Then we have the shell. Here is the code for our shell. Okay. And then we have the code for our list command. Okay. And then we have the games, the snake. Okay. So press restart. This comes from snake. You'll see this later on the screen. Then we have, oh, I'm not sure where exactly here. And yeah, this is the boot sector game. We can know this by seeing this signature. So this would be eventually loaded into the boot sector, as been mentioned many times before. So then we have the tetros, and finally we have the bricks. All right. So yeah, I'm just wondering, do we? Hold on a sec. Oh yeah, here we have, yeah, probably, yeah, here it is. So tetros starts from here and here, right? And here we have the bricks, the very last one. Well, this is pretty it. So the USB flash drive is been written, so I extracted back. And now, guys, let me turn on my wife's smartphone. So I got it here, and in the video I'll put the image like somewhere. I'll just make some video editing for you. Okay. Yeah, so I start recording. Okay, great. So you will already see the screen of my laptop at this time, by this time. So first I plug, so here is the flash drive. It's not seen, but I swear I do plug it here into my laptop. Okay, here we go, and I already have BIOS I already have the BIOS being configured, so it boots from the USB flash drive. So I start the laptop. Okay, and now the moment of truth is gonna happen, hopefully. I've been testing this a couple of times. Oh my god, yeah, here we go. Well, it's a bit strange what's happening with the colors. Yeah, my screen is not being typed that great, actually, but yeah. Okay, oh, I better didn't touch the camera, I swear. Okay. Yeah, okay, at least this is what we have. So now I can type, let me just see better. So list, okay, and hit enter, and you have already seen this, right? So we have the list of binary executables, and now let's try to print snake. Okay, and here we go. So I can now, hold on a sec. Okay guys, just hold on a sec, I did something horrible wrong. I just didn't get why is I've modified the snake slightly a little bit. Yeah, just hold on a sec. Okay guys, take number 2. So I needed to adjust the source code slightly a bit, so I was jumping from here. I've been modifying the source code for a snake. It's the old file name, don't care about it. So we want to jump back to the location where our shell is, and just needed to put it here, not here. So I've just written the entire image back to my USB flash drive. So I'll now start a new video, but the old one would be there as well. Okay, start recording. Yeah, here we go. And take 2, trying to boot Game OS. All right, so let's have a look how it goes. Yeah, now it really shouldn't escape. Yeah, so again, list, and we get the list of games, and now snake, and oh my god, please work here. Yeah, and it works. Okay, so now let's play the game of snake. Why not, right? So this game is written by Daniel E. That's how he introduced himself on GitHub. The game is very fantastic. And if that's the guy I'm thinking about, probably that is he. So there is a tutorial on YouTube on how to make this game in assembly. And yeah, I need to follow that tutorial, by the way, because it involves many interesting techniques that I have no about yet. And I believe this is more complicated as opposed to writing this, what I call operating system, right? So yeah. Fitting the entire game into 512 megabytes, 512 bytes is really impressive. So I'm recording everywhere, okay. So this is kind of it. Yeah, what I forgot to add here is how to quit. So if I press Q, I just quit. And yeah, in the last version, I have added that to the game as well. So yeah, I will need to do this, but yeah, I'm sorry guys, I wanted to make this video as soon as possible, so I will just add a hint within the game on how to escape from there. But on the other hand, maybe not. You know, like the games are usually so tight that we don't really have enough space for a single byte, not even telling about like lots of bytes, like a string to tell user to do something. Okay, so let's list again and see what other games do we have. So let's play Bricks. I don't play Tetris, which stands for Tetris OS, written by another amazing guy. Because Tetris doesn't allow to escape from there. I tried to add the far jump from the game back to the shell, but I couldn't do this because it's too tight and there are just a couple of free bytes, but like a couple of free bytes left there, but that's not enough for even for such a small kind of thing. Well, I don't know, I just didn't manage doing this yet, so probably if shave some more bytes then it might be possible. So yeah, anyway, let's try to play Bricks. Let's try to play Bricks, which is an absolutely astonishing game, absolutely amazing, by Oscar Toledo. Okay, and yeah, so in the emulator, in some emulators it does play sound, in others it doesn't. On my laptop it doesn't play sound for some reason. I have no idea why exactly, but anyway, it's really playable, which is awesome, right? This is really cool. Okay, and when the ball drops, I've altered the game so it drops back to the shell. Before that, it was making like an infinite loop, just starting from scratch again and again, because this is just a boot sector game, and it assumes that you just kind of like only there and playing forever. And finally, my favorite. So let's list again, and the Tetris, my favorite game. Just playing Tetris, so this is the most fun thing to say at least. I don't know, I love it so much. Well, unfortunately, the colors on my wife's smartphone that is shooting the screen of my laptop are not that great, really, not that perfect. But I would be demonstrating this in the emulator. I've been demonstrating this within the emulator many times earlier, and I would be demonstrating this many times in the future. So you will definitely have an opportunity to see how this works, how this looks. Okay, on the real deal. I can even show you this in this video. Yeah, no need to wait further on. I can show you this in this video. Okay, but sorry guys, now I'm extremely excited to play Tetris. Actually, I love the game so much, and I just want to enjoy the playing. Oh my god, I'm just losing. Okay, here we go. Okay, yeah. Did you ever watch World Tetris Championship? There was I believe seven times champion on Tetris. The guy's name was Jonas Newbeyer, but unfortunately he passed away this year, if I'm not mistaken. That was really sad news from the Tetris community. And by the way, the Tetris Championship is done using the NES, Nintendo Entertainment System consoles. Yeah, that's how it works. And so they do play on original NES. Yeah. What I didn't yet figure out about this version of Tetris is whether the speed of the falling tetrominos is being increased or not. So I don't see a score being printed here, right? So I'm not sure whether it knows about how well I'm doing, or maybe not. So it's hard to say. I don't know. Yeah, this is so addicting to play this, guys. I don't know, especially this feeling of running a game on a bare hardware. I don't know, this looks really amazing. This feels absolutely incredible. I don't know. So by the time I'm playing, I can share some thoughts in regards to the future of this project. So I had a dream for quite a bit of time since I started programming. Basically, I wanted to make some sort of an environment for my own self to live in from the programmer's perspective, let's say. And back in the day when I was a kid, I was fond of ZX Spectrum computer, which only had basic interpreter running on it, but there were issues with storing the games. So I was typing a game from a book, and I didn't know how to store that. I didn't know how to use the tape, right? So I couldn't store, and every time I wanted to play a game, I needed to type the code from the book to on the keyboard to type into screen. And by the way, that's one of the origins, oh man, of where the Code Monkey King comes from. So see the code in the book, type on screen, get the working app. That's how Code Monkey, oh man, that's how Code Monkey Kings. Yeah, I can't talk and and play Tetris well at the same time. Okay guys, so a very quick demo of how this looks like in how could I write to I didn't even have the flash there. Okay, doesn't matter. So let's play Tetris again. Tetris. Okay, so yeah, it's a bit better here. So yeah, I was playing just stop recording on a smartphone. Okay, so I was playing I was typing code from book and playing for a couple of minutes, and then turned computer off, and next time when I wanted to play the game, I need to type that from scratch. And that was very disappointing, and I was thinking it would be so cool to have an option of storing your work, right? But on the other hand, literally all of my life, I've been tending to minimalist stuff. So if you have a look at this project, so we live in the 512 bits world, and one of the most crazy ideas I currently have is to write a hex editor within 512 bytes, and that's absolutely doable. That was done before by Oscar Toledo. He managed to put the entire operating system involving simple file system implementation, shell, and the hex editor into a single 512 bytes, which is absolutely fantastic work. So definitely possible to have the hex editor within 512 bytes. That's pretty doable. Okay, I just start from scratch while talking. So it's totally doable. Tetris. I just love it so much, guys. I just can't resist. And then if we have this hex editor, this means that we can enter machine codes, which means that we can later store those machine codes as the binary executable along with those that we already have on our image. And then if we just imagine we type the list command, we will see that newly created binary executable in our image, right? And we're gonna be able to run it. And this is gonna be the most minimalist development environment ever created, I believe. And I think this is gonna be really astonishing, right? So that's one of the major plans I have currently. So implementing that hex editor, probably making a tutorial on how to come up with that sort of a thing, and then making live streams, like how making codes in machine codes. I'll need a table, so I could have been making the assembling using the sheet of paper, right? And my imagination, instead of assemblers, literally doing assembler's job, but by hands, and then type in the machine codes, and then trying to run those machine code. And it's kind of like creating a binary executable in the notepad, but not in the notepad, but in the hex editor, which is the same, but instead of printing the ASCII characters, which is going to be printing bytes, the raw bytes. That's pretty it. Okay, I think that's going to be exciting. And there are really lots of cool programs producing amazing visual effects, like matrix code rain in 9 bytes, for instance. So there is a thing called size coding. It's kind of like a type of the art when people creating some impressive, usually it's the matter of the visual effects using a very small amount of code. So that's called size coding, right? And as far as if you only have like up to 9 codes, 9 bytes executable to run that matrix code rain, this really can be done in a format of like just typing this bytes in, no assembly, and I think this is gonna be really cool, I believe, right? Yeah, and finally I'm starting playing Tetris a bit better, so yeah, I really need to practice. Yeah, so that's kind of the plan, guys. Another thing I wanted to talk about is well, I will definitely try to adopt as many games as I can, but really amazing games actually have no free space to squeeze from them in order to make them actually returning back to whatever. So there is no enough space, no enough free bytes to actually provide that final jump instruction when the game ends, unfortunately. Okay, another option might be trying to create my own boot sector games. I'm really interested in trying that. So the design is going to be especially interesting part. So that's going to be amazing, right? Okay, and try not to lose. Yes, okay. And here we go, and yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, this is it. This is Tetris, baby. Okay. All right. Yeah, I really love how it works. Tetris is amazing. It's really amazing. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to talk. I want to play Tetris. So yeah, guys, really lots of ideas, really lots of cool ideas in mind already. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so yeah, I just probably resign here very soon. Yeah. Okay, this is it from my side. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed the video, and I would be happy to see you in the next tutorials within I mean, like, the series on creating this game OS, which is the operating system to run boot sector games, has kind of come to its end, because we already can run the boot sector games. That's pretty it. But the matter of creating new exciting apps of exactly 500 of no more than 512 bytes might be on the cards, and I believe there are lots of absolutely amazing stuff is waiting for us forwards. So that's kind of pretty it. Well, okay, guys, so this is it from my side. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you loved it. So until the next time, and take care.